Life, in its infinite complexity, often presents us with truths that are difficult to accept. These lessons, hard as they may be, shape our character, guide our decisions, and ultimately define our journey. Sometimes, the most transformative wisdom comes not from moments of triumph, but from experiences of discomfort, failure, and vulnerability. Embracing these realities can be challenging, but in doing so, we gain insight that is invaluable for the rest of our lives. One of the first hard lessons is that life isn't fair. From a young age, we're taught to expect justice, equality, and predictable outcomes. But as we grow older, it becomes clear that fortune, opportunity, and misfortune are distributed unevenly. Some people seem to get ahead with little effort, while others struggle despite doing everything right. This is not to say that effort and integrity are meaningless, but rather that outcomes are influenced by countless factors beyond our control. Recognizing this can be painful, but it also teaches resilience. We learn to focus on what we can control, to accept what we cannot, and to develop compassion for ourselves and others. Another lesson is that everyone is fighting a battle you cannot see. The smiling faces we encounter, the competent colleagues, the seemingly perfect families, all are navigating their own challenges, insecurities, and heartaches. It's easy to compare our internal struggles to others' external appearances and feel inadequate. But comparison is a thief of joy. Understanding that everyone carries invisible burdens fosters empathy and reminds us that kindness is always a wise choice. Failure is inevitable, and it's not a reflection of your worth. We fear failure, avoid it at all costs, and sometimes let it define us. Yet failure is an essential ingredient of growth. Every mistake, setback, or rejection is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and become stronger. The most successful people in history have failed, often repeatedly, before achieving their goals. What distinguishes them is not talent alone, but the willingness to persevere, to learn from their mistakes, and to keep moving forward. Embracing failure as a teacher rather than a verdict is a lesson that, once internalized, opens doors to new possibilities. Relationships are complex, and not all will last. Friendships fade, romantic partnerships end, and even family connections may weaken over time. People change, circumstances shift, and sometimes, despite our best intentions, bonds are broken. This can be heartbreaking, but it's a natural part of life. Instead of clinging to what was, we must cherish the memories, appreciate the growth that came from each connection, and remain open to new relationships. Learning to let go with grace is a sign of maturity and emotional intelligence. You cannot please everyone, and trying to do so will exhaust you. The desire for approval is deeply human. We want to be liked, respected, and accepted. But the pursuit of universal approval is a losing game. No matter what you do, there will always be critics, skeptics, and people who misunderstand you. The key is to stay true to your values, act with integrity, and accept that not everyone will agree with your choices. Authenticity attracts the right people into your life, those who appreciate you for who you genuinely are. Time is your most precious resource, and it is finite. When we're young, time feels abundant, but as years pass, we realize how quickly it slips away. Procrastination, distractions, and busyness consume hours, days, and years. The hard truth is that time lost can never be regained. Prioritizing what truly matters, relationships, passions, growth, requires conscious effort. Every day presents a choice. Invest your time wisely or let it drift away. Recognizing the value of time is essential to living a meaningful and fulfilling life. You are responsible for your own happiness. It's tempting to believe that happiness lies somewhere outside ourselves, in relationships, achievements, possessions, or recognition. But external circumstances are fleeting and unpredictable. True happiness comes from within, from self-acceptance, gratitude, and a sense of purpose. While others can contribute to your joy, only you can cultivate and sustain it. This lesson empowers you to seek fulfillment in ways that are authentic and enduring. Change is the only constant. Life is dynamic, unpredictable, and ever-evolving. The plans you make, the identity you construct, the comfort zones you inhabit, all are subject to change. Sometimes change is welcome. Other times, it is thrust upon us. Resisting change leads to frustration. Embracing it opens the door to growth and new opportunities. Flexibility, adaptability, and a willingness to learn are essential tools for navigating the uncertainties of life. Success requires sacrifice. Achieving meaningful goals demands effort, discipline, and the willingness to forego short-term pleasures. Whether it's building a career, nurturing a relationship, or mastering a skill, success is rarely instantaneous. It involves setbacks, late nights, and difficult choices. The price of accomplishment is high, but so too are the rewards. Understanding that sacrifice is a necessary part of any worthwhile endeavor helps you stay focused and motivated on the journey ahead. You are not the center of the universe. While your experiences are deeply significant to you, the world does not revolve around your needs or desires. Others have their own dreams, fears, and priorities. Cultivating humility and perspective allows you to relate to others with respect and understanding. It also reminds you that your actions have consequences, not just for yourself, but for the people around you. Your health is invaluable, and neglecting it comes at a cost. Youth often fosters a sense of invincibility, but as time goes on, the importance of physical and mental well-being becomes clear. The choices you make about sleep, nutrition, exercise, and stress management have lasting effects. Prioritizing health is not always easy, but it is essential for enjoying life's opportunities and overcoming its challenges. You will outgrow people, places, and even versions of yourself. Growth involves change, and sometimes that means leaving behind what once felt comfortable. This can be unsettling, but it is necessary for evolution. As you pursue new interests, develop new perspectives, and set new goals, your environment and relationships may shift. Honor your journey, trust the process, and embrace the new chapters that unfold. Money matters, but it's not everything. Financial stability provides security and opportunities, yet the pursuit of wealth alone seldom leads to lasting fulfillment. Balance is key. Work hard, save, and invest, but also nurture relationships, passions, and experiences that bring meaning to your life. Lastly, you will never have all the answers. Life is a continual process of learning, questioning, and adapting. The pursuit of certainty is natural, but wisdom lies in embracing uncertainty and remaining curious. Stay open to new ideas, seek diverse perspectives, and acknowledge the limits of your own understanding. These life lessons are not easy to accept, and they challenge us to confront uncomfortable truths. Yet, by integrating them into our mindset and decisions, we become wiser, stronger, and more compassionate. The path may be difficult, but the rewards, clarity, resilience, and fulfillment are well worth the journey.